Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 3 of a year of solo board gaming. This is going to be yet another Button Shy games. We got 5 of them total, so we're at the halfway point now. This is going to be Ragemore, which I think might be showing up backwards because I think I've got this flipped, but let's go ahead and show it here instead. So this is going to be Ragemore. This is a basically a little hero-villain game. I've played it a couple times. It's interesting though with the way that the cards work, but I'm going to show you how to go ahead and set it up. Got our little instruction book here. As always with Button Shy games, everything is nice and contained. There's not a whole lot to it, but there's still fun and interesting games within a small little wallet-sized container. We're going to take those out. I'm going to throw those out there, which is no longer on screen. So I'm going to throw this over here so we have a reminder of what it is that we're playing. And each of these cards is going to have a hero side and a villain side. And as you're playing, occasionally you will be able to take villains and turn them into heroes, heroes and turn them into villains, and so on. You are attempting to complete quests, and if you complete if you get two sets of 3 or more matching symbols in your completed quests, you win the game. Otherwise, you lose for a variety of reasons. The setup of it is very straightforward. First of all, you're going to shuffle the deck. It is only 18 cards, as is the case, I think, with most of the Button Shy games, if not all of them. I think they're all supposed to be 18 cards. And if I keep looking back here, it's just simply because that's where the screen is, which is not a good configuration for this, but I'm just going to have to make sure I keep looking at you guys over there. And I should probably do this a little bit more on screen. It's meant to be a visual. There we go. So, let's see that there. That's enough shuffling. Okay. So to start the deck, and I'm actually going to follow along with the instructions as well as I can, draw 5 cards one at a time from the bottom of the deck to form 2 quests, one with 3 cards and one with 2. So when you're forming the quests, you do have to make sure that you do not put 2 symbols adjacent. So right now we've got, let's see, a little snake symbol there. The next card is a sun symbol. We can put it on top of here, or we can start a new quest. I'm going to put it right there. Then we've got another stun symbol that will have to go as part of the next quest. We've got another snake symbol. We can go ahead and put that there. It's okay that the set of 3 has 2 of the same symbol, as long as they're broken up by a symbol. So you can go snake, sun, snake. You can't go snake, snake, sun, or sun, snake, snake. Last one is a crown. Had this been another sun, we would have taken this and then just simply drawn another card instead. So that is the first part of it. We've now got our 2 sets of quests. Place it on the top. So yeah, if this had been a sun, we would have placed it on the top of the deck and then drawn another card from the bottom. Draw 3 cards one at a time from the bottom of the deck and flip them over to the hero side to form your party. And if a hero matches suits with another hero, you must stack it on top of that existing card, ensuring that the skills of all heroes remain visible. So each hero is going to have some skills at the bottom down here, as well as an attack value, and then this plus sign will come into play if we do try to fight. Now this is a crown. We're going to flip this one over. This is a sun, so we make that a separate pile. And then we're going to do one more, and it's another crown, so this is actually going to go right on top. Now everything is still visible. So we can see this snake, we can see the cross and the sun, as well as that cross there. And then once we're done with that, we want a little space over here to the side. This is going to be for our completed quests over here. Then we're going to put the deck and the encounter, and I'm not really got a whole lot of good space for this, do I? Think about how I can better do this. Let's move this over here. I think it's just a matter of panning, to be honest. Panning, I'm going to do this and this, and now we got space for the deck. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that here. That's our starting deck. This will be for the current encounter. This will be for the graveyard, and then that's pretty much it. So take turns as follows. First, you draw the top card and place it next to the deck to represent the encounter. That's this card right here. And then you do one of 3 things. You can explore, you can recruit, or you can fight. To explore, and then if the encounter remains, then you have to follow whatever it says on the bottom. Now in this case, move 1 card from finished quest to the bottom. That doesn't really apply because I don't have anything finished yet. If I did actually finish a quest, then it would be a problem, but we might not have to worry about that. Let's see. For the explore action, you're going to match a skill of a hero, and the skills are what's at the bottom. So, like for example, this cross here or this snake thing here. You have to match the suit of exactly one unique card in the quest. You cannot use an exploring hero to match cards in multiple quests. So let's say I had a cross over here instead of a sun. I couldn't use this card to then match this card and this card. It has to be within the same quest overall. We've really only got one card that does that, and that's this 2 right here. We could also, once you actually match the quest though, if I did use this one, I could take this and put it over here in my completed quests. Enemy side face up, sorted by suit. And again, the idea is to get 2 sets of 3 matching quests. So I want 3 snakes or 3 crowns or 3 suns, and I forget what the other symbol is. Once you do that with a hero, though, they are then spent. The hero then has to go rest, and they actually become an enemy, and they go to the bottom of the deck. So if I did you that, this crown would go to the bottom here and go underneath, which we don't necessarily want to do. We can recruit. We can match the skills of one of the heroes to anywhere among either the encounter, the top of the deck, any of the quests, and we can recruit them to become a member of our party. Let me just make sure I'm reading this through. You cannot do that with ones with skulls. So right now we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. None of these 4 can be recruited because they have skulls on them. That is the importance of that symbol there. Once you recruit, much as the same way with the quest, you recruit the card to your hero party. So let's say we recruited this, he would then join our party like this. However, the hero that recruited him then gets retired to the bottom of the deck, much as the same way as with the explore action. Pretty much, and you can use any hero. It does not have to be the one that's on top. So we could use this hero down here. It doesn't really apply because we don't have any way to really apply that to anything here. And I think it's only each skill icon on the chosen hero must match the suit. So I think that means that we can use this one down here, the one that says cross and sun, to actually recruit 2 heroes. We could recruit one with a sun, we could recruit one with a cross. At least I think that's the case. Yeah, you match the cards and then they become members of your party. So, quick way to build up your party, I guess. And then finally you can fight. Now, if you fight, you're going to compare the value on the numbers here, the value of the numbers here, to whatever is here. And I think you can fight... I think you can only fight the encounter, if I remember correctly. That is correct. It has to be the encounter. So you compare this number to the encounter number, enemy number, and what happens is based on which one is higher or lower, that's what determines what happens. Now, the plus sign means that you can actually add 2 things together. So this 2 plus 2, that's actually going to be 4. You can't do that with 3 cards. So we can't go, if I had another card over here, I couldn't do 2 plus 2 plus 1 to get a 5. You can only do it with 2 cards total, but that 4 is more than enough. Now, if the number of your hero, the strength of your hero, is greater than the strength of the encounter, you just simply take the encounter, it becomes part of your party, and you don't do anything with the heroes. The heroes just remain the same. If the hero strength is lower, you flip the hero to the enemy side, place it into the graveyard. So let's say this guy were foolishly going up against this 3 all by himself. You'd flip that over to the graveyard, that become a graveyard, and then the encounter would still become part of your party. This still becomes a hero in your party. And if they are equal, let's say this was a 2 instead of a 3 and we went 2 on 2, then you'd get to recruit this card. This card would go to the bottom, and no, I'm sorry, I take that back. If this were a 2, this were a 2, you could fight them, but then both of them would just simply end up on the bottom of the deck. You end up with 1 less hero overall. So you really want to avoid that as much as possible. You want to avoid any fighting where you're not going to win, pretty much. So having said that, our first move, ideally we want to explore as much as possible. We want to try to get as many quests completed as possible. But honestly, I think the obvious move here is to fight. We want to fight because we can get a 4 out of this. We can fight this 3. that is quickly just going to become a member of our party, and we get a new thing right there. And as I said before, you cannot do 2 plus 2 plus 2 to get 6. Because the 4 was greater than the 3, nothing happens to any member of our party. We now got that in addition as well. Let's see. Now, once you are done with that, if the encounter remains, you resolve it by playing on a quest. So you would add, if I had not done anything with that, it would have gone on to one of the quests. It would have had to have gone on to this one, because again, you can't add it to the you can't add it so that there are 2 consecutive symbols. If it can't be placed, like let's say these were both snakes on the end, then it would go to the graveyard. And that is a bad thing. You don't want things to go to the graveyard. You also don't want a certain number of things in your quest total. You lose if your party has 0 cards. That basically means all your heroes have been vanquished. The graveyard has 3 plus cards. That means there's too much death, according to the instructions. A quest has 4 plus cards. So if this could have been added here, it still would have been bad. I would have lost the game immediately because there would have been too many cards in that one quest. And then finally, all quests have 0 cards. In other words, there's nothing else for you to do quest-wise, but you still haven't met your goal. You lose that way as well. And then finally, you have to take a card out of the deck, but it's empty. So that's kind of a rarity. That means you got a bunch of heroes, some quests over here, a bunch of things here, but you have nothing in the deck overall, which I'm not really sure can actually happen, but I'm sure it must. So anyway, we fought this, became a member of our party, and then we go to the next turn. Because I resolved the encounter, I don't have to worry about it. Now we got another snake. We could fight this one and just make it a member of our party. We've got a pretty good strength overall right now. It can also kill the next card. We do actually need to make sure that we are resolving some quests, though. Now, one of the things that you have to watch out for is that if you were to resolve both of these and we're left with one quest, you couldn't then build up the second quest. Once one of these 2 quests is completed in its entirety, it's no longer available for building. And that can be problematic as well. You kind of want to keep 1 per thing here. So I think what I want to do, because I like where this is going, so we could kill the next card. That's actually not that great. We could use one of the heroes and just fight. I mean, we could fight it. I mean, why wouldn't we fight it? Because we can get 4 out of any combination of these. 2 plus 2 or 2 plus 2. I'm wondering if we should complete a quest. I think what we're going to do is we're going to let this card... We're going to kill the... We're actually going to complete this one. We're going to complete a quest here. We're going to explore. We're going to use this card to complete this quest. So we do need to actually start building up some quest results here. So we've completed our first quest. That goes over here. The hero then gets converted to a villain, goes to the bottom of the deck. Now, I have not done anything with this yet, so we resolve it by moving it to one of the quests. We're going to move it right here. So really, we haven't made any progress there at all. And we also kill the next card, so that will move down here, which is not great because now we're 1 card out of 3 towards our next problem, and we advance the next encounter. So now we got a 3. We can still beat it. We do not want it to resolve by any stretch. We could choose to recruit, I think. This pair of symbols here would allow us to recruit this. Actually, no, I take that back. There is a skull there, so we can't do anything with that. I think the best thing for me to do is simply fight it. I'm going to do 2 plus 2. That's going to fight it. It becomes a member of our group. It joins this person here. All right. Now we've got a number sign, or sorry, cross, as our next encounter. And we can choose to do nothing. We can actually choose to just say, you know what, I don't want to do anything. I'm good. We can just ignore everything on here. I actually want this one, though, to become part of this over here. Because what I want to do is I want to use either this or this hero's skill to basically clear out a couple things here. So we're We're going to pause. We're not going to do anything this round. This becomes part of this quest. We also move the top card to the bottom, which is a pretty benign thing overall. Then we're going to get a shuffle the deck on the next one, which is not too bad. I mean, that's actually going to be helpful as well. So we can either do this or this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sun. They're going to explore, and they're going to be able to claim both a cross and a crown. That's going to give us some advantage here. Now, we do not want to clear the sun yet, because otherwise we lose our second quest, and we have to build up entirely on that one. That would be bad. So this is going to go here, because it's still an encounter that hasn't been dealt with. We're then going to shuffle the deck. Not too bad. I think I've been playing for about 7 minutes so far. I do want to try to make sure I get some build up on some of these. The snake is really what I want to get, because I want that snake to... I can clear those 2 snakes there, and that's going to be one of my sets of 3. All right, so we have shuffled. We still have the same card on top, which is kind of funny. Let's see. So I could just fight it. I could just fight it and start to build up what I need. Oh, this should be over a little bit. Sorry about that. So we're going to fight it. We're going to use 2+2. That's going to fight it and automatically kill it. That's going to move here. It's not great. That's going to be a 0 on top. That gives us a cross and a snake, which doesn't help us with exploring. Move that there. What we could do is let this go here. Now the problem is it's kill the next card. And I don't want to kill the next card. I really don't. That's going to be bad. We can't recruit it. I'm worried about flipping it, because I'm worried that if I fight it, that means it becomes part of our party. Actually, that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine. So we fought it, and it becomes the 4th suit in our party. This then goes over here. We now have up 2 there. Gain the next card if it is crown or sun. And that's actually going to happen. Like, we're going to get that next one then, because the next one is that. I think we're going to let this one join this over here. Or I take that back. We're going to use this, and we're going to claim 2. We're going to do an explore. This is going to explore here. We're going to claim a snake and a sun. And then this becomes a card down on the bottom. This becomes part of... I'm going to put this one here. The reason I'm going to put this one here is I want to use this to clear more of this out. We also gain this card. So this will become a part of our card here. And now this 3. Move 1 card from finished quest to the bottom. I don't think that that's a problem. I think we can allow that to happen. We're going to go ahead and use this to explore. We're going to get these 2 as well. Has to be from the same quest. I can't do the cross here and snake there. I wouldn't want to do the snake over here anyway, because that clears out that quest. That doesn't leave me anything to work with. I've now completed one of my suits. That's 3 there. Becomes a hero on the bottom. We're very low on the deck, by the way. This 3 then joins one of the... I'm going to put that there. Also move 1 card from finished quest to the bottom. And I'm pretty sure what we want to do is we want to try to get that cross. So I will move this. I will move this, because this is benign, I feel. That becomes that. Let's see. It's got a 1 there. What we can do is we can just let this join one of the... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to fix anything. We're going to go ahead and have this one over here. Move bottom card to the top. So we move the bottom card to the top. And that becomes this over here. And all we have to do now is use this. Let's go ahead and use this one. They'll explore, so they become the new bottom of the deck. We get the skills from it are the crown and the cross. They join that, and we have completed our goal of getting 2 sets of 3, and I think we win. I think it's an automatic win. Like, you don't continue the rest of the move. So that's it, and that's the game. This was a quick one. I do need some quick ones. If you've been following along, you know that I'm going to be trying to do 365 of these playthroughs in the course of 2022. So I need a couple that are going to be like quick. Folks, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll continue again tomorrow with Death Valley, which I'm looking forward to because I have no idea how to play the game. So as convoluted as this was for me to explain, it's probably going to be even more convoluted tomorrow. As always, if you've spotted any errors I've made with the gameplay, please say something in the comments below, and I'll go back and take a look. If you have suggestions for games that I might want to include in this little endeavor, feel free to post them here or post them on the introduction video for this playlist. As always, thank you so much for joining.